Hey Rollers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ro. Thank you for clicking on to my video. We are back for another What Would You Make collaboration video. I will have all the information linked below for you to take a look at after you viewed my video. Now our host for this month is Connie from Connie's Woodshop and DIYs, as well as Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY, and our guest host is Indy from Crafting with Indiani's Jones. Now let's go ahead and roll into the rest of the video for you to enjoy. All right, so I took my wood piece into the garage and got some 80 grit sandpaper because I wanted to sand off all of the design on here. Now this is a wood piece that I found at a thrift store, and I think I got it for like $1.80, $2 or something like that, because it was on sale. This is actually one of my favorite parts to do in my crafting journey. I love sanding. So once I'm done sanding this piece completely off, I will be switching to a finer sandpaper 220. Once that is switched off or switched out, is that the term? I think this is where you see me just making sure that I get the holes on the sandpaper matched up to the holes on the sander. Just wanted to brush it off. There's no particular rhyme or reason. I just love doing that. I will sand this 220 until I find that my wood piece is to the consistency that I like, which is a very buttery smoothness. Again, I really enjoy sanding. I find it to be very therapeutic. That's just me. And there I'm showing you what it looks like. I mean, you can't really tell the texture. And here I am grabbing my wood stain. I use red mahogany, and I just grab a piece of towel that I just cut off in 1 to 2 inch, squares, and then I just wipe it on here, and then we just wipe it off. I just wanted to wipe it off. I saw this method on the YouTube channel. I don't usually wipe off the excess. I just usually let it dry. Now here's me making a mess. I made a complete mess when I was shaking my paint, my chalk paint, and I slow motion the recording. Don't ask what happened. I have no clue because I really made a disaster. But we do speed this up just so you guys can see. And my idea for this was really just because I wanted a I wanted a more weathered look for this design, and that's what I was going for. So I wanted a two-tone look. You guys know what I mean. So then once all that is dried up, I went and got a hand sander, and I'm just using a 120 grit sandpaper for this, and you can just get this particular one from Harbor Freight. That's all I went and got, and that's just so that I can sand this down to get some of the white chalk paint off of it even more. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. And that's where you see me taking some of the white off so I can bring back some of that brown stain down some more. And that's pretty much all I'm doing right here. Now you can take off as much of the white as you want and as little as you want. And I thought I decided that I wanted some of the brown back in, and I just took the same towel that I used and painted that on. I didn't add any more of the stain. It was just damp, just a tad bit, because this had been sitting about 24 hours anyway, and I just brushed that on there, and that was literally it. Nothing fancy, nothing at all. And I'm just cleaning off my area, gloves off, and we're done with the garage version. That's it. See, it's a little cleaner than what you originally saw me in the first clip where you saw my mess in my garage area. Now let's head back to our crafting room. All right, let's go. Okay, now that we are back in the craft room, I found this matless craft vinyl at Hobby Lobby, and I was super excited. So I decided to go ahead and try it out because it is new to me, and I wanted to hey, give it a try to see how comparable it is to the brand that we shall not name. So this is me. And if you guys have tried this one before from Hobby Lobby, let me know in the comments and tell me what you think, because I actually thought it was a lot easier to use, to weed, to cut. And I think I may have found my next favorite because it was just so much softer. So let me know in the comments what you think about this one. So you just see me here cutting, weeding it out, and hey, doing my own thing. And I had to use the Cricut cutting one because, again, it's 13 inches. And this one, I only have this cutting thingamajiggy. You know what it's called, because it's 13 inches. So if you don't have one of these and you've used the matless vinyl, even from the brand that we shall not name, even though I've already said the name, let me know what you think about this one. I don't use it very often, so there we go. Now this is where you see me weeding, and see what I mean? It was so effortless, guys. And I mean effortless to weed. I mean, no problems, no issues whatsoever. I was shocked at the like, no drama. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And of course, you know, every video my head has to be in the way. So just don't mind it. Now, I will be telling you guys, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so below. And you know what to do after that. Now I'm going over here and trying to make sure that everything aligns the way that I want it to, but y'all know y'all girl is not the best at aligning things. And now I'm bringing in my transfer tape. This is more of that paper transfer that I've told you guys about before, and I'm using this one because since it's painted on, I didn't want it to lift any of my paint on my surface. So I brought this in. Now I wasn't sure if it was going to work, being that brand that shall not be mentioned on here can be kind of difficult when you're not using that particular brand's transfer paper, if this was going to give me the same issue. So I was pretty much praying to all the Greek gods that I was not going to have any issues. But look at what happens later on in the video. And of course I was piecemealing everything together because, you know, I just didn't have the exact measurements with the 13, and the piece that I was bringing in was only 12 by 12. So just watch and enjoy. The struggle is real because, hey, I'm not the best at aligning. And actually, I think my husband disappeared on me on purpose when he saw me making this video, because he was like, I am not going to be here to make sure that she is aligning this the way it's supposed to be, because he is my, you know, my making sure things is straight type of person. But if it was crooked, he was going to tell me if it was crooked. So here's where your girl is struggling. So here we go. And don't laugh. Just don't laugh at me. Let me know in the comments how you think I did. I'm just processing, you know, the uploading. How I'm gonna do this. That's all it is. Now, while I'm peeling this back, I noticed that it gave me a little trouble, but honestly, I don't think it was the vinyl itself. I think it was just the transfer tape thing that was being difficult. So I'm not going to blame it on this brand's vinyl. I think it was just the transfer tape. It wasn't exactly sticky, and it was designed not to be, and that's all it was. So I would highly recommend this matless transfer transfer tape. I'm over here selling it and I'm not even associated with it. But you guys, you know I love promoting work smarter, not harder. So, hey, and it's so much cheaper anyway. So that's just my spill. And here we go. Look how easy that went on. Just perfection. And then I realized that my S was not aligned properly. It was crooked. And look, see what I say? And while I'm recording this, I noticed, girl, your S is seriously not aligned properly. But when I look at the finished product now, doing our final scraping down, and then the final reveal will show up. I don't even know why I was scraping so hard. It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. I think I eventually got distracted. That's really what I think was going on. Isn't it so satisfying to see when you're pulling back that transfer tape? Look how pretty this came out. It was how nice it just laid down, so pretty. And the final is so pretty and thin that it just lays nicely on the wood. It almost reminds me of a HTV, almost. So I'm trying to make sure that this play button sits down perfectly because the top really kept wanting to lift. So that's why I scraped over that with the transfer tape. And there it is. Isn't she pretty? Let me know in the comments what you think about this one. And thank you so much for watching my video. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so below the video. Thank you so much, guys. And remember, life is so much better if you live in full color. Bye, everyone.